adult learning, or andragogy. You're perhaps more familiar with the term pedagogy, the practice of teaching children. There are subtle differences. Pedagogy is learning that happens for the sake of learning, setting foundations, focusing on facts. On the other hand, adult learning focuses on practical applications and skills, learner motivation, and relevance to one's context. Rationale. Adults want to know why something is happening in a very explicit way. It's therefore very important to manage their expectations. How will the learning impact their work? This is supported through clear learning objectives and relevant but varied examples. This is an example of learning objectives from one of our own online modules. For defining learning objectives, Bloom's taxonomy is a useful tool, or the SMART methodology for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely objectives. You can find more information about these in the workbook provided. Experience. This aspect links back to prior learning. It is important to understand your audience, their roles in the company, and their required level of PI system knowledge. This allows you to structure learning material accordingly and align activities with expectations, making sure that the content is meaningful and relevant to your audience. Readiness. Learning should be available where and when people need it, sometimes called performance support. For example, our learning channel can be considered performance support, short videos targeting specific topics. Other examples for this principle include one-page documents, infographics, and access to colleagues. Problem-centered. Learning is stickier when it demonstrates a specific problem being solved. For example, OSIsoft provides AF example kits. Focus on relevant use cases and scenarios based on industry, user role, or software tool. For example, in our learning examples, we talk about pumps, turbines, and condition-based maintenance, concepts that are meaningful to a lot of our customers. Self-directed. This links back to metacognition. It's all about offering options, the same content using different media, or multiple learning paths through the content. This helps learners gain a sense of ownership and responsibility. Other, more advanced approaches include progress bars, recommendations based on peer activity, or even an analytics dashboard that can help them reflect on their learning behavior. Finally, community means opportunities for communication and collaboration. Social media, discussion forums, let students help themselves and others, develop partnerships, offering greater transparency across the business. An example of this for our own customers is PiSquare. According to the 70-20-10 model, 20% of learning is social learning through peer interaction. It's therefore important to support and offer that. In any case, people view an activity as more worthwhile if others are doing it too. So, in summary, rationale includes the definition and communication of clear goals to our audience. Experience relies on understanding our audience, their learning needs and challenges, especially in terms of their role within the organization. Readiness emphasizes the need for just-in-time resources, which will assist individuals with specific tasks in the place and time that they need them. Focusing on specific, realistic scenarios will make the training more engaging and meaningful to the participants, while allowing for choice and self-direction will make students take more ownership of the content and process. Finally, supporting a sense of community with communication and collaboration opportunities is an essential aspect of adult learning. Now, let's move over to PiSquare and discuss with other colleagues your individual learning preferences and experiences.